Hello and welcome. In the how-to videos for Quick Test Professional, I intend to give short videos of simple features of Quick Test Professional. If you want a detailed training program and a course on the entire basic and advanced Quick Test Professional, you can call me at 314-827-5272 or write an email to me at qtp.elearn@gmail.com. So in today's session, we will try and do a simple record and run and how QTP does these operations. In our real-time work side, we don't do record and run as extensively as we do the other options through which we have QTP recognize objects, which is the most important concept of any automation tool. So we will do and try and learn how record and run works, and in future videos I'll also try and show you how the other different features for QTP works. So in this video we'll look at how to do a simple automation on yahoo.com on a website. So what we'll try and do is enter some information in our search field and then click on web search to see if the results are getting displayed. So to do that using QTP, what I'll do is first open a new test, and this is my basic view that I have. So under this we will see that expert view continues to generate code as we try and do various steps during the record method. So I'm going to close the browser before I start the QTP recording. So once you have installed and opened your Quick Test Professional and open a new test, then you would go to your record and run settings and instruct QTP that open the following address, that is yahoo.com, when you do either a record or run. So every time you record or run, it would open yahoo.com for this specific test. So after we have made the changes, so that will show you what status is QTP at that time. So in a second or two, so I have yahoo.com now being opened through QTP, and when I do any specific activity on this browser, you will see the steps getting generated. So I'm gonna cascade my windows a little so that you could see how the steps are getting generated as we do any specific operations. So the first thing I wanted to do was click on the edit field and start writing some search term. So let's search for New Year's Eve party 2009 in Hollywood. That's the one I searched earlier as well. So I will select this. As I do that, you'll see that one line of code got generated in your expert view. So what it means and how does it generate this, we will look at it later. But for now, we will see how QTP does record and run. So when I'm executing any steps on this browser, you will see that the code keeps changing and QTP is still recording. So once I've completed this two simple steps, I'm going to click on stop. So now I have my test ready. So with these two operations, now I can go ahead and close my browser, and let's look at these two lines of code. So what the first line of code means is that there is a browser object, and it is given that browser a name called Yahoo, and under which it can find a page. Again, it is given that another name Yahoo, and in which there is a web edit. There is an object of type web edit, web field that can be edited. So that was our search field. On that there is a specific method being performed, and that is called set. What set will do is any string that we give out here gets displayed in that web edit. The second line of code is on the same browser and on the same page there is a different object called button under a web button, and the name of that button is web search. These are not properties, these are names. On that we are doing another method called click. So let's see how this gets generated when we do a run. So when I do run, QTP will quickly go through executing these lines of code. I've only entered a blank line to show and differentiate these two lines of code. I have deleted that right now. It wouldn't matter either way. So what I would do is another option called debug or step into. This will instruct QTP to take one step at a time and wait for our instructions. So I am run using the step into, and you will see that slowly QTP will show a status of, and the first step do is open up the browser and go to yahoo.com. That was the step we had given in our record and run settings. Okay, now it has opened up yahoo.com, and you can see that the yellow arrow is pointing to the first line, and that is the line it has to yet to execute. So once I say step into, you will see that that line of execution was performed on that object, and it has entered this. The second line is it will now try and click on this web search button. So let's see how that works. So it has finished those two operations, and you'll see that the test has completed. So to see the results of the test, you can go and open test results to see what it has done. So you can see that a summary which says that we ran this test once, and the results we got was done. So primarily there are no errors or warnings that we have seen. So we can navigate further into the test results to see what exactly has been done on each of the objects and the status of it. Alright, so once we have done this basic record and run, we will come back in the next video to look at how the object repository looks and what happened when we were recording to the object repository. Thank you, and look forward to the second video from my side.